me see this. Oh shit! Wrong banner. Wrong background. Wrong background. This is the football one. Okay, that's better. We got the wrestling one. Let me see.
We live?
Hold up.
Yes.
Oh shit! Wrong banner. Wrong background. Wrong background. This is the football one. Okay, yeah, we live now. Oh shit! So, what is good, everybody, man? Welcome to the undisputed king of sports. I'm here with Faz. We are going to be talking about Wrestlemania again. Last night we did it for an hour with Gemini Hoops. So if you guys haven't seen that one, go back and check that one. That one was mainly us talking about what's next and just having a free-flowing conversation, because when it's late at night, it's kind of really hard to structure things the way I would like things to be structured, you know, because it's a late night stream, all of that stuff, and whatnot. Also, guys, before we start, I want to let you guys know, the moment this stream ends, we are going to talk about Liverpool versus Man United and the Premier League, because me and Faz got to cook about that. We got to cook of Liverpool's attack is really the problem. So make sure you stay tuned to what happens directly after this stream. So, Faz, let's just start off with this. What's your overall thoughts on WrestleMania? Like, what's your overall thoughts on WrestleMania as a whole? And then we dive into night one.
As a whole, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to rate it out of 10?
Yeah, just rate it out of 10, and then we can dive into night one. Like, your expectations
well, it feels
going
wrong
into it.
As a whole, it feels wrong to say this because night 2 was so great. But I'm going to have to give it a 7 out of 10 overall. Because night 1 was so poor that it brings it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I do think it's great. I do think it's set up the Paul Levesque era nicely. You know, I think everything went according to plan in terms of what the fans wanted. You know, we got a new undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Universal Champion, whatever you call it. I'm just going to call it the undisputed WWE title because that's what it is.
I still call
really
it the WWE Championship, to be honest, because that's the belt that Bruno Sammartino had.
Yeah, but it's been unified with the Universal title, so it's the undisputed WWE title now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so you know, it's nice to have a new champion. You know, you've got to give credit to Roman for what he's been able to do in the last 4 or 5 years. You know, he has really, for me, he's brought something different, completely different to what we've been seeing in recent times in wrestling. Whether or not it be that the pandemic helped, that having no fans allowed him to express himself and see how it went, I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't have been able to do this with the fans in the stadium. You know, maybe Vince wouldn't have allowed it. Maybe Vince thought it wouldn't have worked. But I'm thankful that it has worked, and Roman's has been able to show he is that guy. When for a long time the fans were telling him, "You're not the guy." He showed he is the guy, and you just have to give him credit and acknowledge him for that.
My thing is this, man. Roman Reigns with this new. Okay, I'll say it like this, because obviously if you guys know me outside of this channel, I make skits, and obviously making skits and working on short films and whatnot. One thing that you guys gotta realize is when it comes down to being a good character and playing a persona, especially with something that is very improv like WWE, it's easier to be somebody that is closer to yourself. When you're being somebody that is not closer to you, it becomes more difficult, especially if you're doing it off the dome of your head. Like John Cena's character is closer to John Cena. All of these stuff, when you have something closer to you and closer to your interests and closer to how you are as a person, it makes things a lot easier. So Roman found this tribal chief character and was able to do stuff that he wasn't able to do before. So looking at it from that standpoint, he has done an exceptional job. Credit to Triple H for handling the story the right way. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Night one was, in the words of that, you know that guy Eddie, half shit and half shit. That's what night one was. Because the problem with night one that I had was Rhea Ripley's match was okay, but I felt like her one last year with Charlotte was better. Sami Zayn was okay, but I felt Gunther's match last year was better. So there was minor stuff that were better, but overall, it's one of those things where I can't necessarily complain because night two was so good. It had stuff that what people loved about the WWE. People loved the characters, people loved the matches, and people loved the interference. And the interference that makes sense. The Undertaker one didn't really make sense, but you got us hyped. We were happy to see Undertaker there. He could barely move.
I think the Undertaker one does make sense if you deep it a lot more. You know, like at first I was thinking this doesn't really make sense, but then I went on Twitter. People were saying about, you know, he's had feuds with Rikishi, Yokozuna, you know, even Roman himself, The Rock definitely as well. So it kind of ties in. I mean, I think the problem with that bit of the show is so many people were convinced that Stone Cold was coming out. Even, especially after John really believed,
he was at home with his cat.
It's the formula they're going with, and then Stone Cold's going to come out, the glass is going to shatter, theme song's going to hit, this is going to be crazy. I think if it wasn't spoiled that Stone Cold was coming out, I think people would have been a lot more happier with The Undertaker being there. Because, as I said, he has history with the whole family. And on top of that, he is the biggest thing about WrestleMania.
People were happy when he's there. People were very happy that he was
there.
It was very unexpected. But, yeah, he is Mr. WrestleMania, like you said. That's Mr. WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You know, there's no one bigger when it comes to WrestleMania other than Shawn Michaels. And even he isn't bigger than the streak.
Do you know there's a streak that's actually been starting in the females division? Do you know Bianca Belair is 4-0 at WrestleMania?
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
No, but I'm just saying, I didn't notice that until someone mentioned that. I was like, damn, she's never lost at WrestleMania. That's
but 4-0, that isn't a streak.
No, but hey,
they didn't start.
If they really wanted to, they could build on that. If they really want to, they can build on that. No, but
you can't. The streak didn't.
He dropped. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, someone was ringing. The streak didn't really start getting talked about until I think he beat Randy Orton at WrestleMania 21, which would have made it, 11-0? 12-0? 12-0, you know? So that's when it started to get big, you know? I still maintain that it was the wrong decision to break the streak. I hate that idea of that you have to give back because it doesn't make any sense because he's given so much, he'd already given back. And if you were going to give back, why didn't they have someone like Bray Wyatt?
They said Undertaker wanted that streak to be over, low key.
Yeah, but I don't think if you gave them the option of...
wanted to break it. He wanted Edge to break it, but Edge didn't want to break it.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying is in that time, if you had given him the option of Brock Lesnar breaks the streak or Bray Wyatt, I think he would have rathered Bray Wyatt broke the streak. I think it made more sense.
No, but I think it's the...
And then at that, you know, with reflection, I think looking back, that would have been the perfect time for him to walk away from the ring. He went about 8 years too long.
Yeah, because that Roman match was trash.
That Roman match is... I just try to forget about WrestleMania 33, and especially that match in particular. The only good thing that came out of that WrestleMania was Roman's promo the next night when he said nothing, got booed, and then said, "This is my yard now." And I genuinely thought, wow, this is the start of something big. And then, no, his character was still crap for the next 4 or 5 years.
Hey, man, but like I said, WWE got a lot to play with, man. You still got Austin Theory, who I think is a good wrestler, just doesn't need to revamp his character. He's 26 years old.
Yeah. No,
he can wrestle, though. He can wrestle, though.
No, that guy has no aura. That there's
No,
like I
but
said about Roman Reigns. There was still.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Let me say this before you say he has no aura. Let me say this here. If you saw remember when John Cena first came, he did not have aura. When John Cena first came out, ruthless. No, he did not have aura when he had the little spiked
Yeah, but that was 1 year. That was 1 year, and then he became the Doctor of Thugonomics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin Theory has been doing this crap for what, 5 years now?
No, but he was on NXT.
4
he
or
was
5
better.
years?
There's people that watch NXT consistently said he was better than NXT.
Yeah, but for me, he doesn't. I've not seen anything. I'm not gonna, dig myself a hole here and say that he can never be one of the top guys. But at the moment, I've not seen anything. At least with Roman Reigns, there was things where you could say he looks like a top guy. He acts like a top guy. Some of the things he was saying were what top guys say. Mm-hmm. I'm not impressed by anything Austin Theory says,
Mm-hmm. Fair. But I think
with Roman,
trash.
With Roman, we've definitely seen exactly, and maybe the writing isn't good for him. Maybe Austin Theory goes on a completely different trajectory, and and he becomes a different character, and we're like, wow, where was this a few years ago? Like we've done with Roman now, because now it is clear that Roman has always had this talent, but the talent wasn't unlocked because of poor writing. Because of a poor character.
Okay, so Faz,
if you watch the documentary,
let me quickly read the chat real quick. So Michael said, "Let's go." HH cooked. Mike rated it 8 out of 10. The ladder match had two. The ladder match has two great ladder spots. DTT through the table and off the ring was sick. Harry said Logan Paul's the GOAT. Raw man cut out. Truth. You don't recognize greatness. What do you mean? What do you mean LD93? What do you mean we don't recognize greatness? Who is the greatness that I don't recognize or we don't recognize?
I think he's talking about R-Truth.
R-Truth. I don't know them. But yeah, man. Faz, hold down the fort real quick. Continue to cook. I need to sort this out quick. Continue to cook. Explain to the audience why you didn't like Night 2.
Night 1.
Night 1, yeah.
Well, I didn't like Night 1 because a lot of the matches they wouldn't have felt out of place on a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown. Not many of them had that WrestleMania feel to it. Sammy, yeah, because of how long Gunther had held the belt, and and how great he's the greatest IC champion ever. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. I think they're both great, but that wasn't a great match. By their standards, that was terrible. It's unforgettable. I've just realised I forgot that Jimmy and Jay had a match. I wish I forgot about that.
That was the worst
because
match.
It was that bad.
That was the worst match.
That was the first match or the second match?
That was the third, I think.
Wait, yeah. After the ladder match. Sorry, I thought you said that was the first match. Yeah, that match was terrible as well. I messaged you and I said I think Jimmy and Jay could steal the show.
Super kick, tacticals, super kicks.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I messaged you and I said I thought Jimmy and Jay could steal the show and have the best match on the card.
They should have.
And they didn't. If I had to pick, I think they had the worst match across the whole of WrestleMania.
You know what they should have done? They should have sat there. They should have watched Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy at WrestleMania 25. And they should have seen, this is how it's done. This is how it's done. This is how you put it. Because these guys are meant to be high flyers. But they're the most limited high flyers I've seen.
Yeah.
They don't do nothing crazy. That match should have been a regular match. There should have been tables. There should be ladders. There should have been chairs.
Yeah. It's in terms of wrestling, there's bad blood.
Hold on a minute. This guy is crazy. This guy in the chat said, when is Chris Benoit going to start wrestling again?
Well, he can't.
I'm gonna ignore that, man. There's no response to that.
Well, you didn't ignore it. You read it out.
No. I mean, that's my. I saw it. I acknowledge that I saw it, but I'm gonna ignore it.
Listen, on the topic of Benoit, David Benoit wants to wrestle. I believe his David Daniels passed away. Well, was killed. Fuck.
Okay, well let's just scratch that.
No. I just want to say about David Benoit. If David wants to be a wrestler, he deserves the chance to wrestle.
Oh,
because it's not his fault what his dad did.
Yeah. They signed they actually signed another of the brothers from the family of the bloodline.
Jacob or something.
He can wrestle. I've seen some of these clips. He looked pretty good.
Yeah.
LD93 said Austin Theory, Faz. He said you don't recognize talent in Austin Theory.
I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Okay, so how did you feel about the main event? How did you feel about The Rock? Did The Rock live
of
up
night
to
one?
Night one. The main event, night one. Did The Rock fulfill his jabroni candy asses? The final boss.
I liked it. I did really like it. A part of me was like, oh, please don't do the wrong thing here now, WWE, with this bloodline rule and have Reigns win again. There was a big part
I knew he was not going to win. The moment that rule happened, I knew he was going to win. You can't have Cody get beaten up from Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, losing night one, and then lose again. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it would have completely buried him as a character, as a pro wrestler. So the main event, I weren't best pleased with the main event. I didn't think it was anything special. But after how night 2 panned out, I look back more fondly on night 1. If Roman Reigns would have retained, I would be saying this was the worst WrestleMania of all time. Yeah. But the fact that Cody was able to capture the belt, I think it makes that main event in night 1 look a lot better.
Yeah, LD93 said Vince would have had a Roman win.
Yeah. And probably some other crazy stuff going on the night.
Actually, no, I reckon Vince would have made Cody win. I just reckon he would have made that Reigns.
I don't think so.
Let me tell you something fast. I reckon he would have made him win and then lose like Daniel Bryan lost to Sheamus for like 30 seconds. Yeah. Because remember, Vince has made people like Big E, Kofi Kingston. Them guys have won. They've had their moments. But guess what?
He always feeds them to Brock Lesnar.
I know. There's a thing about Vince loving Brock Lesnar beating up on black people. He has a long resume of doing that. Very extensive resume. It's crazy. But I reckon he would have given Cody his moment, but he would have ripped that shit away. He would have probably had Damian Priest cashing on him.
The thing is, some people might disagree with that. Like, oh no, Vince, you can't say that Vince wouldn't have done that. Well, we can, because every WCW wrestler that's come to the WWE, Vince buried. Any TNA wrestler other than AJ Styles, Vince has buried. New Japan. If Vince didn't create a character, he has no interest in pushing them to the moon.
But they said that was more so of what's his name with AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. That was more so John Cena, because John Cena gave them guys the big break and big push. John Cena took the fall for them to get that push. Yeah. So it was more so him because John Cena even said Brock and John Cena they recognize when it's time to take a full back row, when it's under their control of what can happen. But overall though, night 1 was do you know what moment I liked that The Rock did? Yeah. I liked when The Rock goes, "Stop the count or I'll fire you right now." Yeah. Like stop.
I thought you was gonna. Yeah, no, I didn't really care for that bit. I thought you was talking about when he did that. That was cold.
What did what?
When he did this, where he did the neck throat thing, and then he dropped the worst wrestling move in pro wrestling, the people's elbow. I want that move banned. I hate it so much. The only move that rivals it as being as shit is the 5-knuckle shuffle.
No, but
it might be worse.
No, Faz, you gotta understand the purpose of those are crowd amplifiers. Like those moves are there to pump the crowd. What about LA Knight's freaking? Oh, hey, that's the same move. He just has the crowd chanting. Those, like I said, the reason for those moves is for crowd reaction. When you go, you can't see me. You hear the crowd do it as well, and you know that's important for the WWE to have a crowd react a certain way. If you react no way, then that's a bad thing. If you can get someone to react in a negative or a positive way, you're doing something right, because that way you're actually a usable character. You're making the crowd feel some type of way. That's why they need to bring up some NXT rookies, man. They need to bring up Carmelo Hayes. They need to bring up Trick Williams. Trick Williams has people singing his theme tune to the point where it's only the instrumental that's playing. There's nobody. It's just his instrumental. When he's feuding with someone, the crowd is chanting, "Whip that trick, whip that trick." You need someone like that in the main roster. You know how many years it took them to start singing Cody's entrance? That shit is hard. Yeah. That shit is very difficult. Like when John Cena came to the UK.
I was really hoping. My only issue with Cody's theme song at Mania was I did want him to come out to like a remix of Smoke and Mirrors into American, like the Dusty Rhodes theme.
You want the Dashing Cody Rhodes era?
No, before that. No, actually, I think it is Dashing
Cody Rhodes. Dashing Cody Rhodes.
Whoa, you're only smoking mirrors.
That's when it was in. That's around the Legacy time period. That's like 2009 to 2010, 2011, around there.
Yeah, well, I liked Cody back then.
I knew he had potential, but I'm not gonna lie, man. That Kingdom is too high, man. Kingdom is too high.
I think the only time, Kingdom is a cold theme song. I think the only era of Cody I didn't like was, and I'm not even going to say Stardust. I'm going to say the one when he had a mustache.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the one when he was like, "I'm ugly, man, my face." When he had the mask.
No, that was kind of cool. I like the kind of like mask that he wore. No, but when he had a mustache,
that gimmick was very similar to CM Punk.
I've said this before about mustaches. It only works if you're an Indian doctor. Otherwise, you just look like a paedophile. You know? So, yeah, it didn't work for him, unfortunately.
Hey, here's what it is. But what I will say is this, though. Let's touch on night 2.
Right.
So night 2, yeah. You saw what happened to night 1. I remember you messaging me. You messaged me saying this. Wale. If night 2 is just as bad as night 1, I wish Vince McMahon come back. that's how pissed it was. You were that pissed off.
Yeah.
So going into night 2.
Because then at least with Vince there, then you can just put it down to like, oh, it's Vince, you know, what did we expect? But with Triple H, I have such high expectations for where he can take the product. Shit up. You know? Like and people are talking about, is this the peak of wrestling? I don't think so. I think it can always peak again, you know, because this is what I was saying to you the other day about what's the era of Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior. I think they call it the Golden Generation. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, wait, fast. Before you cook, I'm gonna make sure this is a marker. Repeat that whole statement again, and I'm gonna clip this part. Go for it. I'm not gonna say nothing.
So, you know, people talk about, this is the peak of wrestling. I don't think it is, because people probably said that when Hulk Hogan was the champion for 1,000 days, when Bruno Sammartino, who held the belt for, I think, 4,000, 5,000 days, you know, it can always get bigger. It can always get better. You know, we saw that with the Attitude Era. Personally, I loved the Ruthless Aggression Era. I know people will dog on it, but I liked it. You know, we grew up on the Ruthless Aggression Era. It was goated for me, you know. I do like the Attitude Era, but I think people are nostalgia merchants when it comes to all forms of things in life. You know, they like to reflect back on things and pretend that things were better than they were. There was a lot of stinky wrestlers back in the day in the Attitude Era.
You know what?
You know when they say,
I recently watched a couple of Attitude Era just after Stone Cold won the Royal Rumble, and they had Mike Tyson on Monday Night Raw. The matches were trash because what carried the Attitude Era was the segments. The segments were amazing.
There was some goated matches.
No, but I'm talking about Monday Night Raw matches. They were so mediocre. The segments is what carried it. When you look at the era we grew up in, I think that's when the matches were the best. The era we grew up in, I think that's when matches was the best because you had people taking risks. You had Jeff Hardy jumping from freaking the Hell in a Cell cage. You had Edge spearing people with mid-air off a ladder. You had people taking chances.
Yeah, but then you could say that about the Attitude Era. You had Mankind getting thrown off the top of the Hell in the Cell.
Exactly. So they were taking more chances. They were more exciting in terms of the matches. The difference between the era that people gas up the Attitude Era is they said what they wanted. They were better on the mic, a lot of them. And
do you not think that this era has an Attitude Era feel to it? For me, I do.
I feel like it does because I feel like Triple H is trying to blend both. He's trying to get the old generation back.
That main event,
but the wrestlers now are better in terms of what they can do.
Yeah.
But continue.
Yeah, we was talking about this as well about Bronson Reed, Kevin Owens. These are wrestlers who are hefty guys. They are big guys, you know, and they are doing things in the ring that you would expect a Jeff Hardy to be able to do. Someone 200 pounds lighter than them, and they're doing great things, you know. Where was I going with this? You know, like I said, no, I forgot. No, it was about Bronson Reed, all of these wrestlers. Hold on, I'll wait for you to come back. Are you back? Okay, he's not back. Right, I'll have a look at the comments whilst we wait for Wale to get back.
My mic is muted. Okay. Well, okay, let's see what the chat's saying.
Not sure. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I
okay,
think
so what happened was that I got a call. So I muted and allowed you to cook quick, but yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, okay. So, well, I didn't really cook because I don't know. I just forgot what I was talking about, to be honest. But I was basically just saying that nowadays, you know, we're saying
actually,
about
let me catch
the
up with
level
the
of
chat real quick.
Okay.
Let's catch up. Where were we? Okay.
The only comment I managed to see was Sam saying drink every time Faz says, you know.
Okay. LD said Roman would have had Vince win. Mike said LD, I agree with that. That shit talk too was super. And then Lesnar comes in. Hulk Hogan leg drop was awful. Hulk Hogan. Oh, let's be honest here.
No, I'm not giving the leg drop the same level of disrespect as the people's elbow. The leg drop
Faz,
still
man.
looks
No,
bad.
it doesn't, man.
Or,
because at least do a leg drop.
No. Okay.
Faz, at least do a leg drop off the top rope.
What about a leg drop off the top of a steel cage?
Then that's fire. Because think about it. Carmelo Hayes is nothing but net. It's basically a leg drop, but off the top rope, but the person's like arched over like that, and he just puts his...
Yeah, but I still think a leg drop looks more painful than the people's elbow.
No, a leg drop does look more painful, but it was Hulk Hogan's wrestling was underwhelming as hell.
Yeah, but this is where it goes back
all
to
he did
Hulk
was
Hogan,
do the freaking slam and then rip his shirt off with his freaking bold pot spot here.
No. We're not disrespecting.
I am disrespecting
one of the Mount Rushmore goats.
Man, I am disrespecting
because that guy didn't even need to wrestle. In terms of, he doesn't need to be a good wrestler because he's so good at everything else on the microphone.
No, because he didn't need to be a good wrestler because everybody else was mid until like
imagine
like
just being able to flex your muscles and give it a bit of this, and people go mental.
Because Faz,
Imagine
he had
Austin
one of the
Theory starts
greatest.
doing this.
Faz,
He would be quiet.
He had one of the greatest theme songs ever.
He had
That theme song was
theme
amazing.
songs.
That's an all-timer theme song.
Yeah. Even
Like,
the NWO, when he was part of the NWO, the theme song for that was unbelievable as well.
So night 2. We go into night 2. Yeah, we spoke about how you felt going into night 2. So night 2 comes, and actually let me catch up to the chat real quick before I continue because I got distracted. They've ruined the super kick.
I'm just gonna
bringing back Sweet Chin Music as a stunning finisher. The problem is everybody super kick and the spear are literally in the same ballpark. I'm not gonna lie to you, Mike. The super kick and the spear are in the same ballpark. I've said this in the past. I only acknowledge 3 people that do the spear.
Let me hear your list, and then I'll say if I agree with it or not. I want to hear the 3 people you acknowledge.
Edge. I'm talking about active wrestlers, not retired. Edge.
Yeah, go on.
Roman Reigns.
No. Yeah, go on. I want to hear your list.
And Braun Breaker. I like the way he does it. Faz. Did you see Spear gets comment?
Yeah, he's got a good spear, but you didn't even name Rhino.
I said active. Active.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, but Rhino's still probably wrestling on the indies.
Man, I don't give a damn about where he's wrestling, man. I'm talking about active in the WWE.
But Rhino's got the best spear, or the gore, whatever you want to call it, he's got the best.
Because Braun Breaker's spear that he did to Carmelo Hayes, the smooth, that was one of the best spears I've seen, man, in a while.
And you're not going to hear him here to praise Goldberg, but his spear is unbelievable at times.
But I hate
Rhino's got the best spear.
Use of super kicks. Ruthless aggression era was brilliant. Yes, Wally, the segments of the Attitude Era were class. Yep, they were class. Okay. Well, have Fast say no slum. Hogan's the GOAT. No, if you talk about, I would say he's more of a pioneer.
Who said Hogan's the GOAT?
LD93. I'll say he's one of the pioneers. Hulk Hogan is like a Jack Johnson was to boxing, or like a Rocky Marciano or Joe Louis.
Hulk Hogan is the
Wilt Chamberlain to basketball.
The reason him, yeah, well, but without him, none of this stuff happens.
Oh yeah,
there is no WrestleMania without Hulk Hogan. There is no Monday Night War without Hulk Hogan going to WCW, linking up with the Outsiders, forming the NWO.
No, okay, fine.
So there is no Attitude Era.
Impact, he's fine. If we talk about pure in-ring ability, outside of him being on the mic, he in-ring ability, he was trash.
Well, I mean, this is
like if you talk about the mic, if you talk about mic ability, everybody in Hulk Hogan's era, you had to be good on the mic, or you might talk when you talk about the GOAT conversation.
I don't think you do.
When you talk about the GOAT conversation, fine margins matter. If you're just talking about as a wrestler, then he's fine. He's fine. But if you talk about the GOAT conversation, look at
he is in the GOAT conversation.
No, but I'm talking about overall. He can't. For me, he can't be the GOAT.
For me, he can.
For me, he can't be the GOAT, man.
He's not my GOAT, but he is. He is
so you basically on the same page as me. He's not. I don't know a single person that he's their GOAT.
No, I know people who are massive Hulkamaniacs, and I used to be one of them, and I still kind of am. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm putting him top 3. I'm putting him top 3.
Okay, who's your top 3? Then we're gonna go back to what were originally. Who's your top 3?
I'll go Cena, Hogan, Ric Flair.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, what was I gonna say? Okay, so night 1 happened. Night 2 happens, yeah. What was the first match of night 2? I can't remember. What was the first match of night 2, Faz?
Oh, it was the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, yeah. So how did you feel about
Yeah.
that one? I thought it was amazing.
I loved it, man. I felt sorry for Seth, but it's clear that he's injured, you know,
He
or
did. Plus,
he needs a
time.
break.
They want to give him time off anyway.
Yeah, yeah. He needs a break, and he deserves that break because since Shawn Michaels has retired, he is Mr. WrestleMania, and I won't hear any other way. You don't have to be in the main event to be Mr. WrestleMania.
Yo, Mike,
Shawn
I agree
Michaels
with
proved
you.
that.
Mike, I agree
and
with
Seth
you.
Rollins has proved that. He was the MVP of this weekend. He was cold. I don't know a bad WrestleMania from Seth Rollins since he's been, you know, a feature
John
part
Mike said
of WrestleMania.
He said, no, not Ric Flair. Ew.
Ric Flair, I'm not having that. Ric Flair's a 16-time world heavyweight champion, you know. Well, it depends on what you believe. There's other reports that he's a 24-time world champion. So
You see, Faz,
I'm not having that about Ric Flair.
you.
He's goated on the mic as well.
He is goated on the mic. But I will say this though, Faz, what you need to keep in mind. Ric Flair is still wrestling to this day. The guy has been wrestling since the Stone Age.
Yeah, but I think some people just don't know when to call it quits, you know. I genuinely think Ric Flair will do this till he dies.
No. Okay, anyways.
You know? Whereas you're seeing John Cena talk about he's done at 50. He doesn't want to wrestle.
Did you see where they were throwing him?
Huh?
Did you see because here's the thing. John Cena said he's still got energy to do moves. And John Cena still has stuff in him. I can see that.
Yeah, but
he doesn't want to. John Cena doesn't want to retire.
Yeah,
like how
but it was
retired.
sad watching him run down to the ring on WrestleMania night 2. Bro, man, that was sad.
He had the stiffest run ever.
He looked old as crap.
No, but here's the thing: when he's running down to the ring, he looks old. But when he's in the ring doing his moves, he still looks fresh.
Yeah.
When he went against when he was on the Miz and
I'll be very happy.
Solid.
I want the world heavyweight title match between Randy Orton and John Cena. One last hurrah between the two. John Cena wins it to win the 17th title.
Randy Orton beating him. You do know if that happens.
No.
You win him. Do you know why? Randy Orton looks more fresher than John Cena does.
Yeah, it's because he's got no ring rust. He's been wrestling whilst John Cena's been away.
And not only that, Randy Orton, John Cena. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the bumps that John Cena took, I think they're way worse than Randy Orton. Dude got thrown into freaking light.
Yeah.
He got freaking. You saw how Randy was whipping him. He had the freaking scar across his chest. Do you see how he used to get bloodied up almost every week in the Ruthless Aggression era?
Yeah, man. No, that's one of my favorite John Cena matches. Match is JBL versus John Cena Judgment Day 2005, where he's all bloody and he's at the top of the ramp with both belts, the spinner belt and the undisputed WWE title. Cold picture, man. But let's go back to night 2.
Yeah, go for it.
The world heavyweight title match. I thought it was brilliant. Mm-hmm. You know what I loved so much? The whole segment afterwards between Drew and CM Punk. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, because it was saying my mic wasn't doing anything. The whole segment afterwards, I loved it so much because it made me... I completely forgot about the possibility of a cash-in. And then Damian Priest's music's hit. And I was like, oh my God, no way. And he's run down to the ring. He's cashed in. You know, it's always a good Mania when there's a cash-in.
Yeah. The Seth Rollins one? Again, when he cashed that shit in, that was hype. Nah, but I agree with that. Drew McIntyre's mic skills and his overall promotion of how he's been running. He's the wrestler that knows how to use social media to the team.
Yeah, Drew has definitely developed into one of the guys as well, you know. But again, him going away helped him the same way Cody going away helped him. You know, I don't think these guys would have been the same wrestlers had they not have stepped away from the WWE. Go on.
Sheamus is back.
Why are you rubbing your hands at that?
Sheamus, no, he's a good wrestler.
Yeah, okay.
He's a good... So you don't think he's good?
I just don't. I don't want to sound like Vince here because Vince McMahon said that he hated seeing Christian's face, but I hate seeing Sheamus's face.
No, but you can't tell me he's not a good wrestler. You can't tell me he's not a good wrestler.
I'm not going to tell you that. I think he is good, but I'm not going to be sat here like, yeah.
Oh wait, we hit the post. 1, 2, 3, 4. His bro kick is one of the coldest moves out there.
Yeah, it's a good finisher. And
I agree, Mike. That's a go-to tweet.
What did Mike say?
He said, bored at work, that what Drew McIntyre tweeted. Do you know when he got the phone?
Yeah, and then he replied with the F word afterwards.
Yeah. See, he knows how to use social media.
Yeah.
He knows how to use social media. Very good wrestler. I think he's eventually going to win the belt back. So
I hope he's at the Clash of the Castle.
Because I'm not going to lie, I want to be at... do you know who has one of the worst spears that we have not spoken about?
Who?
Main event Jey Uso.
I don't think it's any worse than Roman's.
Nah, his spear is way worse, man. He don't even spear them properly. It's either he don't even spear them properly. It's like he's like trying to hug the person, like he's rugby tackling them.
I hear that.
Like he don't do, and I'm just like, why do you even have that, man?
Yeah.
What moves do you have that are your own? Like I like Jey Uso as well, but he don't. All of his moves are ripped from somebody else.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, but yeah, say what we're gonna say.
I think a lot of wrestlers though nowadays have very similar moves. You know,
Big
or they're all
dude,
variations.
give him a spear.
Like even Damian Priest, he does like a mixture of, it looks like a choke slam with a bookend. You know?
I'm not gonna say it on stream. You seen the tweets of what they call Damien Priest in comparison to Undertaker, man?
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, he's got that choke slam. I'm not gonna lie though, his match against Bad Bunny was actually really good. I can't remember what pay-per-view event that was. I remember watching that match though. That was really good. But yeah, man, I don't think he's gonna hold the belt for that long.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Harry, I didn't see you in the chat. Hold up, Harry. Nah, but what's it though? At the end of the day, that match was good. Okay, so let's go on to the match after that, which I think it was.
You're gonna have to remember. I can't remember.
Hold on, let me check now. Hold on, let me look at that down. Okay, wrestle.
Was it women?
No, was it Bianca Belair?
That was the night before.
Okay.
That was the night. Yeah.
That match, they did them wrestlers dirty. They did them dirty because I'm not gonna lie to you, those women are too talented to produce a match like that. Way too talented to produce a match like that.
It was Rey Mysterio.
Bianca Belair
and Andrade.
What'd you say?
It was Rey Mysterio and Andrade.
Oh, no wonder I forgot that garbage.
Yeah.
No wonder I forgot that shit, man.
I spoke to you about this before as well. It does feel very much that the WWE at the moment are like, oh, you're Chinese or Japanese. Let's put you all together. Yeah, but WWE's you guys are black. Let's put you all together.
WWE's always been
racist. You're Hispanic. You know?
No, but WWE's always been like that. Remember Durag Vince?
Yeah, that was funny.
You know what he said to freaking what's his name? To Booker T? What's up, man?
Oh yeah.
Like WWE's always been like that. If you look at freaking like they wanted to make Bianca Belair's character a stereotypical black person. She said no. So WWE's had tendencies to do that in the past.
Well, I mean, you know, we are talking about a man who also wanted a storyline of having a baby with his own daughter. You know, we're talking about a man who wrote the storylines for Triple H to get in a casket, pretend to be Kane, and have have relations with a dead body. You know, so this man, Vince McMahon, you know, all the stuff that's come out.
Does it surprise you?
No, absolutely not. You know, I'm surprised there hasn't been more stuff come out like that. He eats actual human babies or something crazy like that.
Yep.
You know,
But back to
because
that thing. That match was mid. I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Rey Mysterio is gonna get retired by Dominic Mysterio. I see that happen. It's
Dominic
gonna happen
Mysterio.
Huh? What'd you say?
Dominic Mysterio, yeah, he gets booed and he's quite. He's quite good on the mic.
I think he's pretty raw in terms of ability.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're not gonna see Dominic Mysterio be like a really high level wrestler until he gets into his 30s. Because Dominic Mysterio is our age.
Yeah.
So he got time.
He's basically the Mexican Austin Theory for me. No aura right now.
No, but here's the thing. I feel like Dominic Mysterio has more potential. Actually, no. Austin Theory has more potential, but I can see Dominic Mysterio actually turn up because I'm seeing Dominic Mysterio improve. But you know what's so funny, Faz? Yeah, you're gonna be so funny. Logan Paul better than both of them.
Yeah, he is. You know, I will give Logan Paul credit where credit's due.
And that's a good segue to that match because I'm pretty sure that match was next. So, how'd you feel about that match?
I liked it. I'm not annoyed that Logan Paul walked out the winner. Because, you know, I think he is a good wrestler.
I got a question for you about Logan Paul.
Go on.
Have you seen a bad match by Logan Paul?
No, I don't think so.
Is his creativity of because that's the benefit of having a YouTuber. Because the thing about YouTube is a platform where you have to think outside the box.
Yeah.
So a lot of the ideas he has, like jumping with the selfie stick, KSI laid out on the table, just standing there trying to take a picture, and then he gets pulled on and he lands on him. The ricochet clash, all of that stuff.
What I wanted to say about that Logan Paul match was this. A big part of me wanted Kevin Owens to win and have him and Sami Zayn in the ring.
That was too predictable.
You know, kind of like what happened with Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero 20 years prior. You know, two best friends together in the ring with two top belts. Yeah, it would have been cool, man. But hey ho.
I feel like it's too I feel like that would have been predictable. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Sami Zayn and what's that guy that was with him? Oh shit. Oh, Faz, you know that wrestler that was with him? That said, nah man, you can walk out by yourself before the match. I forget his name, I can see his face.
Chad Gable.
Yeah, Chad Gable. When I saw that, I said, yeah, Gunther ain't walking out with this belt.
Yeah.
Gunther ain't walking out with this belt. I knew that for a fact. I was like, Gunther ain't walking out with this belt.
What a
and then they had a similar situation happen with KO, and then they did the whole KO and thing teaming up on Logan Paul. I was like, yep, Logan Paul winning this shit.
Yeah,
Logan Paul winning this shit, man.
What did you think about ISO Speed turning up? It didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense because he has no relation to Logan Paul like that.
No.
But what I think they did was...
It was funny.
What I think they did was they wanted to put a celebrity there.
Yeah.
So what happened was they wanted to put a celebrity there in place. So they ended up doing that route, man. That's all I think happened. They wanted to put a celebrity there. So they ended up doing it like that, man. That's really it, man, if I'm being honest. But overall though, when you really look at it and break it down, what it boils down to really is he's a popular guy. You got him there, and people would laugh, and I did laugh. He said Ronaldo was better to Randy Orton. Do you think Randy Orton watches football? There's no content. Ronaldo better, but man, you can't tell me that wasn't funny.
Nah, it was funny, man. It was good.
So I give him credit for that. He did what he was meant to do, make things be funny, and he made it be funny. And Logan Paul did his thing, did what he had to do in the match, and got the W. The way I think he will lose it at SummerSlam though, to like a Braun Breaker, because Braun Breaker just signed for SmackDown, and they already given him a major part in the Royal Rumble where he was going out there spearing everybody. Yeah, so they're already teasing that they want to use.
He was meant to have a spot with Brock Lesnar as well, but obviously Brock Lesnar got pulled because of him liking urine.
No, he coming back.
Yeah, I hope he does. I like him again now.
And I've got to say this is off topic. WWE 2K24, if you charge us for Brock Lesnar on DLC, you should be ashamed of yourself, because he's already in the game. He's already in the game. Yeah. I should not be having to pay for a guy that's already in the game, that would have been in the game if this allegation never came out.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. But
yeah, I mean, if he's already in the game files, then I don't see why they can't just
I know
update
them. That's an excuse to charge him for Brock Lesnar, because they know people will buy him. Yeah. They know people will buy him.
And what was the next match?
The next match was
Io Sky? Yeah,
and Bailey.
Let me tell you this again about bad wrestling moves. The Bailey to Belly, or Belly to Bailey, whatever it's called, is one of the biggest pieces of dog shit I've ever seen. That is a terrible finisher.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Go on.
Do you think the finish is bad because of the move, or you think the person ain't selling it enough?
I just think both. I don't think the move is a finishing move, and I don't think it doesn't look that painful. You know, the moves that look painful are the best ones. The pedigree looks painful. It looks like you get dumped on your face.
Curb stomp?
A curb stomp, yeah. The RKO.
How do you feel about the AA?
No, I don't think it looks that painful.
I feel like the AA, of a move like the AA, it paints what John Cena's character is, which is Superman.
Yeah.
Everything generic.
I think the better version of the AA is the F5.
Oh yeah. That's a better version of the AA. I even like what's her name's finishing move? Bianca Belair's finishing move. KOD, man. Where she lifts them up and just like slams them. Now she's strong as shit. I remember last WrestleMania when she lifted up that girl like with one hand. She's strong as shit, man.
Yeah, man.
I need her to fight. I need her to go up against Rhea Ripley. That'll be a match. But they're already building Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan.
And then what did we have after that?
After that was
the main event.
Main event. So the main event, man, Faz, you said, and everybody in this whole entire chat, Faz said to me that if Roman Reigns walks out of that arena with the title, he is done with wrestling.
Yes, I did say that.
So going into that match,
it was a lie. Huh? I would have still been brought. Yeah, but at the time, I wouldn't have been happy.
Okay. So going into it, the match is panning out. How do you see it going? Bloodline rules, man. You saw Solo come into
when I saw Solo come in, I thought, I swear to God, if John Cena doesn't come out and the match ends this way, I'm so done with this crap. But then John Cena's music hit, The Rock came down.
Were you hyped? Because John Cena.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. It pisses me off that they had Solo beat John Cena. Solo don't deserve that victory.
And Theory.
But I think Solo's worse. Because at least Theory was a champion. Solo doesn't have any matches in any events, Spaz. He doesn't have any matches in any pay-per-view events.
And he beat him clean, didn't he?
Yes. He beat the brakes off him. He beat him down like he was washed. And then it wasn't like, this is going to push Solo's career. It did nothing.
Yeah.
It did nothing. So that pissed me off. I felt like he did not deserve that victory. No. He did not deserve the privilege of beating someone like a John Cena. That should not be on his resume. But since the way John Cena is speaking, I think we're going to see John Cena start to win a bunch of matches again. Because Faz, he hasn't won a singles match in a long time.
Yeah, let's see, man. I'd love John Cena to have one big last run.
He wants one. You hear what he said in that interview? He said his favorite title run is the next one.
Yeah, man.
And then he's
But I mean,
coincide
those
with
are
him
all
coming back and putting
those
Hollywood
kind
on
of
hold.
things are all to just keep the fans guessing about what's going to happen next, all of that stuff. But whether or not he's truly coming back
No, I
for a
think he's
big
truly
title
coming
run,
back. Because
who
fans,
knows?
do you know why? I think he's coming back because John Cena already hinted at retiring before 50. So he knows that this is the last big push. And he generally loves wrestling. So if you know this is your last big push, you might as well put everything you can and do that one big run. Because people forget, not that long ago, when he had the US belt, he put on one of the best matches I've seen of him.
Yeah.
When he had the US belt and he was fighting, when he was fighting people every week, new people every week, put on a banger after banger after banger, and he still puts on good matches.
Yeah.
So, and I can still see he can lift. He can still do his moves when he does the whole shoulder block, and then does them with the freaking slam. That shit still looks clean, still looks smooth. All of that stuff. He's still got it, and I can see that he can still wrestle for a long period of time. I just need to do to cut his hair, man, because I'm tired of looking at that bald spot at the back of his head.
Yeah, man.
And every 6 seconds he's just like this, like he's freaking Odegaard.
Yeah. But I mean, he said that he's got to keep it long for Hollywood or some stuff. So.
Man, you said you're going away. You can grow that shit back.
Yeah.
The hair doesn't take that long to grow back.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not that focused on his hair. I don't. He's still.
I'm just tired of looking at that bald patch.
Well, I mean, he is in his late 40s now.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to the match here. So you see Solo come out because when you see Solo come out, you see him Samoa Spike. You see John Cena's music hit, and then you see the final boss come.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Yeah. Do you know that's the thing that I see the most on my Twitter? I scroll down and I see a screenshot of John Cena and The Rock standing off against each other.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. That rivalry, in terms of iconicness, even though it wasn't that long, might have to be in the top 10, top 5. Because people still go on about that match and that rivalry. When they're in the ring next to each other, people get chills.
Yeah. I mean, the matches themselves weren't that great.
The first one was alright.
I didn't like either.
I didn't mind the first one. But that was more so The Rock's fault. The Rock couldn't perform the way he should have been able to.
No, yeah, he pulled his.
He got injured in the second one. Was it the second one or the first one he got injured?
I think he got injured in both.
So, but fans, that's the problem, man. He got injured in the what were you saying in like you said both, and then I saw a picture from night one where they said he almost did his freaking ACL because the way he stomped, his knee buckled in some weird way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So when I see all of these things, it's more so the match should have happened a couple of years earlier for it to be a good match. But in terms of the build up, in terms of that promo fast for the second was amazing.
Yeah.
His story was literally like Cody's, but Cody's one was higher quality with the matches and whatnot. But overall, man, the way I saw freaking Rock come in, Faz, be honest with me. You thought John was gonna turn up. You thought Darren was gonna turn up. Or Dean. Dean. You thought Dean was gonna turn up. Dean Ambrose.
Oh, with the Shield.
Yes, when you heard that music.
Yeah.
You thought John Moxley was gonna show up.
Yeah, man. I genuinely did because obviously, like I said, I'm not big on AEW, so I thought, I don't know if his contract's up with AEW. Maybe he's gonna come out, and then no, it was Seth, which was pretty cool. Still, to see Seth come out in his Shield gear. Yeah. Then you have the Undertaker come out, which I liked because, as I was saying to you earlier, he's got history with the whole family. Yokozuna, Rikishi, Roman, The Rock. I think the big problem that people had with the Undertaker being there is everyone was talking about, oh, it's going to be Stone Cold that's going to come out. Stone Cold's going to come out. This is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. So when Stone Cold doesn't come out and it's The Undertaker, I think that, made people feel a certain way about it. But I still think it was great.
No, it was great. And because that iconic freaking lights turn off and then him appearing in the ring, that's iconic.
Yeah, man.
What was I going to say, though?
And then the finish to the match of Roman still not being able to accept the betrayal of Seth Rollins and choosing to attack Seth instead of choosing to attack Cody and finishing that match. That is why we watch WWE.
Great story.
That is the kind of storytelling you watch WWE for.
It reminds me of.
And
it reminds me of remember when Randy Orton had that feud with Triple H leading up to WrestleMania 25, and and Randy Orton referenced how when he became world champion that Triple H betrayed him. Remember when they were with Evolution? I like when they do that, when they join stuff from the past and bring it back to today's day.
Yeah.
I think that was a good spin on it.
Yeah. And even Seth hitting the bottom ropes the way Roman did, And then, and then Cody winning, Brandy coming to the ring, his mum getting in the ring. It's a shame that Dustin couldn't have came in the ring as well, or Goldust. But, it was still a great moment. It was the best, for me, it's the best WrestleMania main event of all time. The best finish to a WrestleMania ever. I think the only WrestleMania main event that comes close to that is Chris Benoit winning against Triple H and Shawn Michaels. I don't want to hear about Daniel Bryan and yes. I hated all of that. I thought it was cringe.
I thought that shit was hype.
I thought it was cringe.
I thought that shit was hype. Well, you gotta understand what Daniel Bryan represents. He represented the underdog story. He's the underdog. That's why
Cody Rhodes is the ultimate underdog, though.
No, but fact, have you noticed something about the underdog in WWE?
Go on.
They get the belt and then they lose it right away.
Yeah. But I had a feeling that Cody was going to win at WrestleMania 40 after losing last year, because the formula always is. WrestleMania 10, Bret Hart won the belt, I believe. WrestleMania 20, Chris Benoit, small underdog kind of guy. Daniel Bryan, now Cody Rhodes. So maybe WrestleMania 50, we see someone similar.
I need Carmelo Hayes and Bron Breakker to bring that NXT rivalry to the main roster, man. That rivalry in NXT was amazing. Even Trick Williams, man. Okay, so this is a good segue. What's next now? That's my biggest question. What is next? They got this hype, but do they want WrestleMania to be a thing where people only tune in for WrestleMania?
No,
because the reason why I ask you this, Faz, WrestleMania 39 was solid. Yeah. But did you rate Backlash?
No.
Did you rate the pay-per-views after that?
Not really, no.
If you don't rate the pay-per-views after that, who should Cody go up against? Who have they built? Who deserves the right to face Cody again? And where do we go from here? That is the biggest question I got to ask you, because is Roman being champion, is that the best for tickets? Or can you sell the fact that Cody being the guy? Because the Cody story is completed, but what's next? Yeah, that's the biggest question.
I would hate
Homelander arc.
Because
let me finish this quick. I'm just asking these questions, and when I'm done asking these questions, you can address it in your absolute opinion. There's so many questions to be asked. So, but what do you think, Faz? And after this, I'm gonna read the chat.
All right, bro. So I think what I hope I don't see is, it seems they're building for a Cody versus The Rock at SummerSlam. That's what I personally think. They're going to build for... So what I don't want to see is a bunch of filler matches in the pay-per-views leading up to that point. I don't want to see Cody Rhodes defend the title against Solo, because we know Solo ain't winning the belt. So just please don't put us through that at Backlash or Clash at the Castle. I don't want to see that. You know, at least then Clash at the Castle have Cody versus Drew. Have make people think that Drew might win in front of. I don't know if he's from Glasgow, you know, but he's Scottish. So make people think that. Yeah. One sec.
No, but anyways, guys, what do you guys think? Let me read the comments. I know Cena is trying to hide his bald spot, but man needs to go to Turkey so he can get back to having a skin fade. The long hair makes him look old. I agree, Mike. The long hair makes him look old. Like John Cena didn't age for the longest time when he had the short buzz cut. When he got that long hair, man, that he aged like freaking bananas, man. But okay. Stone Cold should have turned up. Goat. Yep, I agree. Stone Cold is one of the goats. He's on my Mount Rushmore. Definitely on my Mount Rushmore. Guys, I got a question before Fast comes back here. Do you think this is the start of something new for WWE? Or do you think that this is one of those temporary things where it's WrestleMania hype, everyone's gonna watch Monday Night Raw, and then everyone's just gonna go back to normal and just tune in for the next year's WrestleMania? What are we doing here? What's happening? That's what I want to know. I want to know what's happening. Because me personally, I don't know. I don't know if they can maintain this. I don't know if Cody being champion is the way forward. And I don't know how successful that's going to look. But Faz, the one thing that benefits WWE, do you know what's happening soon? The draft. So you're going to see a bunch of NXT guys come in. So they can use that as a way to usher a new era. And I feel like after the feud with Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, those guys are going to go to the main roster. They've already teased it. Yeah. And those are and they've already had Ilya Dragunov compete. He competed on Monday Night Raw
last night.
He's a good wrestler. Very good wrestler. I like him.
I mean, look, I was saying earlier, if the idea is for The Rock versus Cody at SummerSlam, that's huge. That will be a massive SummerSlam. It will
be a massive SummerSlam. But
to get there,
that match is going to be low quality because I don't think The Rock can.
To get there, you have to build it. You know, you have to have The Rock come back a few times and hype it up. You know, you can't just have him come back for the last 2 weeks before SummerSlam, talk a bit of crap, and then have that match. You've got to let it build. But before that,
they're going to drag it to WrestleMania because I feel like The Rock is already.
No, I think.
You think Cody's going to? How long do you see Cody holding the belt for?
I think for about a year.
So WrestleMania saying he's losing it.
No, I think after, I think next year SummerSlam. So I think then that would mean that he breaks like CM Punk's record and John Cena's.
Do you think Triple H has a problem with doing long reigning title defenses? Because I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know.
There's been a pattern.
And another thing
let me tell you the pattern quick. Gunther held the belt for 666 days.
Yeah.
Record. Roman Reigns held it for 1,300 days. Record. Logan Paul's had it for what's his name? Seth Rollins had it for a bit. Rhea Ripley's had the belt for over a year. He don't do short reigns. Do you think doing constant long reigns makes it more predictable for how long the belt's gonna be held by a person?
No. Because
there's certain opponents you'll be like, yo, that guy can't beat him. That guy has
yeah. And I don't mind how long a reign is, as long as the belt's on the right person. And Cody's the right person. There is no one on the current roster that can beat him. Not even Reigns, because Roman Reigns wouldn't make sense to go and beat Cody Rhodes now.
Because then what was the point? Based on Roman Reigns' character, Roman Reigns can't beat anybody clean. When was the last time he won a match clean? He hasn't won He didn't beat Kevin Owens clean. He didn't beat LA Knight clean. He hasn't beaten anybody clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see where you're coming from.
So I think Cody could hold the belt for a decent while, and then, but let's see how Cody's character is now, because he's quote unquote finished the story. So now it's about writing your own story and keeping fans interested. Let's see how well he can do that.
But
I think he will.
You need a good dance partner, man.
Hmm?
You need a good dance partner because what makes people always give credit to a singular wrestler, but it's never a singular wrestler. It's always the opponent they're going up against.
Yeah,
Roman
you
Reigns
always
had
need
Brock
someone.
Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was a good dance partner.
And Cena had multiple. Cena had Edge. He had
Randy
CM
Orton.
Punk.
Yeah.
He had Randy Orton. He even had Batista.
Yeah, Batista, The Rock, all of them guys. You need a good dance partner to keep on going. And if you look at the current crop, Seth Rollins is out of the picture. Drew McIntyre, I think, is out of the picture because they're clearly building something up with him and CM Punk because CM Punk's clearly almost back. He don't need that show on his arm anymore. So when you look at it from that standpoint and you break it down like that, it makes sense that what's the word? It makes sense that it makes sense that he holds the belt for a little bit longer, but I don't want a pattern. Do you know what I want? Yeah, first. For me, it's not about who holds the belt. It's about I don't want to go into a match knowing who's gonna win. People can say it's fake, it ain't real this year. I don't give a shit. I just don't want to know who wins. I don't want to. I don't want to go into it. Yep. When's Cody gonna win? Okay, it's gonna be like 40 minutes just for him to win. I don't like that. I want to be in. I want to be able to watch it, not knowing who's gonna win. Because for me personally, watching wrestling, when it's spoiled, it's not good, man. It's a hard product to swallow for me personally. But
the direction I can very much see him going in is hearing Jinder Mahal's crappy theme song hit, and then for some reason they have Jinder Mahal versus Cody Rhodes at Backlash.
No, they're gonna have that shit. Where's that? Because they go to Saudi. They go to Saudi every year. They're gonna have him versus like a Jinder Mahal.
But that's what I'm saying is, who wants to see that? We know Jinder Mahal. Well, I better not speak too soon. Ali. Yeah, no, allow Mustafa Ali. He's good.
No, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying that's what they do at those events. Like when you go to Saudi, they just bring some.
I thought he got released, Mustafa Ali.
He did?
I believe so.
Oh, because remember
he came back.
He went up against Seth Rollins. I think was it Seth Rollins he went up against? He went against someone at the last one because that's what they do. Oh. Jinder Mahal, I wouldn't be surprised. His character's trash though.
But that's what I'm saying. You've got to have exciting storylines. I don't want to see him fight with Shinsuke Nakamura.
They might have to do a thing where when they bring people up from NXT, they might just have a guy that just runs through everybody.
Yeah.
They might have to do that. You got to build someone up where he's just like, remember when Sheamus first came in, and he just started kicking and beating the shit out of everybody with ease. And you're like, this guy is formidable to John Cena because I'm seeing him cause damage and just decimate people with ease.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, Suplex City, decimate people with ease. But I think we're not gonna see the full force of like a Braun breaker until Paul Heyman and Roman splits. And Roman even said the Tribal Chief gimmick's basically over if Paul Heyman's done. Yeah. Because Paul Heyman's key to that gimmick. And knowing Paul Heyman, you and I both know fast. Paul Heyman's gonna have another guy after Roman. Paul Heyman always has a guy. He's had a guy that he was with CM Punk. He was with Brock Lesnar. He was with Brock Lesnar again, and he was actually with Braun Breaker on NXT. So they've already built that as well. So they got a lot of good guys that they can bring up there that are already having buzz and already having crowds actually chant their entrance music and all that stuff. LA Knight could have a run. He should be challenging for a US belt or intercontinental belt.
I think he should be challenging for the World Heavyweight title against Damian Priest.
No, he'll beat Damian Priest.
Yeah,
you know. I don't think.
Do you think Jey Uso could beat Damian Priest now that he's number one contender?
I wouldn't mind it, but I don't see it happening. Okay. Let me put it.
I see interference from Jimmy.
Yeah, that's why I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
That's why when he won the number one contendership, I was surprised, Faz, that Jimmy didn't cost him that number one contendership.
Yeah. Hold on.
But I will say this though, they screwed themselves over because with how bad the match is, the first match was. No one wants to see him versus Jimmy again.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that shit again. No one wants to see that shit. Okay, so let's conclude this. Yeah. And then afterwards we can stick to the plan and talk about football. So Faz, my question is this to you, yeah. Where do you see the WWE going at this stage? We talked about where what they need to do, but where realistically is it gonna go? Are we gonna be in a route where we start to see it go on the uphill, or was that the peak? Was that our end game? You know how like you've seen in Marvel movies, Infinity War, Endgame, and after Endgame when they got rid of Captain America, when they got rid of Iron Man, the shit just fizzled out, and it only has a little a spike up when Spider-Man has a movie. Where do you see this going? Is WWE back? No on defenses, just straight answers, just straight prediction.
I'm gonna say not yet. I'm gonna say I need to see what happens at SummerSlam first, or the next few pay-per-views, because if the pay-per-views goes from being up here, the highest point, what we think is the highest point at the moment, to just down here, it's done. Because that's not a model you want to have, that people just tune in for the big four: SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, Mania. You know, you want them to be tuning in.
They need to stop this crap where you can only lose a belt at the big four. You gotta have these people lose belts in the other ones if you want people to watch.
Yeah, but Cody, for some credibility, he has to hold the belt till at least next Mania.
But it depends how he loses it, though.
Yeah, but I don't want to see a screwy finish. You know?
Yeah, it depends. Like I said,
and you can't.
For me, I don't mind him. I don't mind when he loses it, because maybe that could build a rivalry where he fights the guy and it goes back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we saw, the reason why we enjoyed Edge versus John Cena so much is because John Cena won one, Edge won one. John Cena won one, Edge won one. Randy Orton, same thing. So they could do that, man. You don't have to fight one person.
I don't
and that
think.
Be it.
Look, you've just had Cody beat a guy who had held onto the belt for 1,316 days.
Yep.
If he's now to lose the belt within the next month, it seems stupid.
Well, let's say he loses it at a year from now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so bad.
Yeah,
When people say 2-year reign, I said that's too long, because like no.
But it depends how they do it. You know, if it keeps us interested and we're interested in it and we don't want him to lose the belt, I'm all for it.
No, but here's the thing: you can lose the belt and get the belt back.
Seth Rollins, the thing about Seth Rollins is he's been so good at reinventing himself until he wins the belt, and then he becomes so stagnant and boring, and you can't wait for him to lose the belt again. And then when he's chasing the title again, he becomes interesting again.
Because some guys are better without the belt. It's like Undertaker. Undertaker's best matches were when he wasn't champion.
I get that. Yeah,
Undertaker was one of those dudes. Yeah, well, he can have the belt, but we don't care to see him have the belt.
I did. I wanted to see him have the belt more.
I didn't really care, because I knew Undertaker was gonna give me my money's worth matches all the time.
Yeah.
Like there's some guys, Undertaker low key, to a certain extent, in some sports, he was low key bigger than the belt fast. Let's be honest now.
Yeah.
And they couldn't give him the original WWE belt because Undertaker's character does.
Would you say that Triple H was bigger than the belt as well?
Yes and no, because Triple H was better with the belt, in my opinion. He was better. But I still
felt like even if there was a match, yeah, I still felt like if there was a match between Triple H and someone that he's having a feud with, and it weren't for a belt, I still felt like it had that big match feel to it.
Yeah,
you know?
I would say that. But Triple H, I feel like a belt being involved has always been better for him, because Triple H has been good at being a hero, good at being an anti-hero. That feud with Daniel Bryan, I know you don't like Daniel Bryan, for the storyline purposes, from the pure story, just look at the context of it and how it was, and how Daniel Bryan was a B+ level guy, and how he wasn't. That was a good story. That was a good story from a storyline standpoint. And Triple H being the villain that he was good.
That for me, Wale, that's the most overrated WrestleMania story I've ever seen.
No, I think it's good, man.
And I hate that WrestleMania. That WrestleMania is the
man.
day that the streak died. I hate that WrestleMania. It's crap.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, because I was with you when we watched that WrestleMania.
Yeah, I hated it.
No, he fought The Miz that WrestleMania.
Who?
Daniel Bryan.
No, that was WrestleMania 30.
No, I swear he fought The Miz that one. He fought The Miz. I swear he fought The Miz that one. Because remember, him and Miz fought at WrestleMania.
No, it was WrestleMania 30. Definitely was that.
Okay, let me check it. Because we watched that together, and I do not remember. Because remember, Batista was in that match. Because remember, it was Batista, him, and Randy Orton. Okay, let me see. When did Undertaker lose his streak? So he lost it in 2014. Let me see the card. Okay, let's see. 2014. Wait. That's funny because I predicted they would lose this streak. That's what makes it so hilarious.
Yeah, I'm still laughing about it now.
I said it next to you, and I was like, yeah, I hope he loses. Now,
I'm still laughing about it now.
Huh?
I'm still laughing about it now.
What? Okay, let's see. You said WrestleMania 30, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. It definitely was that. He fought Triple H, and then he fought and then he fought Randy and Batista. God. And then 31 is the year that Seth Rollins cashed in.
Okay, so I'm looking at WrestleMania 30 card.
I don't even remember him fighting The Miz.
No, I swear he fought The Miz in one of the cards. Wait.
Wasn't that like WrestleMania 34?
Because remember, he was the Miz was his mentor.
No, but then I don't know, because then WrestleMania 29, he lost it to Sheamus, I think. Or 28.
Because remember, John Cena fought Bray Wyatt on that card.
What, WrestleMania 30? Yeah.
Wait. No. Hold on 1 minute. I don't know, Faz. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember Daniel Bryan versus Triple H.
I do. That was a good match.
No, but I don't remember us watching that together.
We were definitely together.
No, because I remember I told you, I said I hope he loses because
you're a jinx. It wasn't even. You said, and I quote because I always remember it. You said, "I have a dodgy feeling that Undertaker's going to lose."
Oh, man, I should have put money on that shit.
Yeah, you would have cleaned up. You would have cleaned up, man. Would have won big money.
Hey, man, but back then, every time I said I had a dodgy feeling, it was always right.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you probably done teams like that. So
no, I remember I said one time, yeah, when you beat us, and Gerrard slipped, yeah, that game. I said Chelsea will not win a game for the rest of the season. And you guys actually proceeded not to win not a single game.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, you were right, man. That's the one. But I don't remember Batista being there.
Yeah, he won the Royal Rumble.
But he was shit when he came back.
Yeah. And they used to call him Bautista because he just got
But to be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think they wanted to push Daniel Bryan. The crowd forced Daniel Bryan back into that match.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. I like the fact that Daniel Bryan won. I don't hate it, but I do think it's very overhyped.
Oh yeah, but from a storyline standpoint, it was solid.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, Triple H was always good with the belt.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels put on matches no matter what because I will say this, yeah. They messed up Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler could have been better and would have been better.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler in terms of skill set, not as good as the mic. He was very similar to Shawn Michaels. He knew how to sell moves.
Yeah, yeah.
That zigzag. Remember when he fought at Survivor Series against Kane and all them guys? That was amazing. Yeah. But yeah, man, you got anything else to close out?
No.
All right, guys, man. What are you saying?
Do you?
No, man. That's pretty much it, man. I'm probably gonna clip this up. We actually spoke a lot. Did 2 WrestleMania stuff. I don't know how I'm gonna clip this up because WWE are dickheads when it comes to stuff like this. They strike the shit out of me. But I'll try and figure out a way. If I can't, then this will just be one of those ones where it's just a nice, chilled, time-stamped discussion where you guys can enjoy it like that, and I'll just leave the clip stuff to like the other sports that I cover on this channel. But yeah, guys, stay tuned because I'm about to go in on Liverpool